Hey guys, just as a disclaimer, I want to let you guys know that these videos for a little bit will be less than an hour. I hope you guys don't mind too much. They will get back to an hour, I promise. So, as always, let's get into this new video. Hey guys, this is probably weirdly abruptly in the middle of the video, but I might even give a forewarning in the beginning of the video. We'll see what happens, but unfortunately and stupidly, I can tell you the story like it was yesterday because as I'm editing this video, I went, "Oh no, I remember that recording day like it was yesterday." Unfortunately, from this point on till about 20 minutes plus from now into the video, I completely forgot to turn my mic back on. I know, stupid rookie mistake. I've been doing it for a bit. I should know better, but it happens sometimes. Mistakes happen. So I thought genuinely what I like to do for some videos is instead of, commentating the entire video on the video and then sometimes not talking because I'm by myself, I thought I'd take the next 19 to 20 minutes and just talk to you guys. So if you have certain topics, if you like this video kind of style, we can do these type of videos. I actually genuinely love just getting to talk and say how I'm feeling of the day and, X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. So if you like this video style, let me know. And if you want to talk about certain topics or do other videos where I talk over the video game footage, so you could just, I'll even watch the video again and talk about what I did. For this one, I'm just going to easily record for hopefully 20 minutes and then go from there. With everything going on, I'm actually recording this video and it's going to come out a little bit past the protests. Now, I won't get into everything that I feel and that I believe in and such like that about the protests going on and such. I will just say that Black Lives Matter and I'm 100% for what's going on in the world and the change and the good that's about to come in the world. So totally happy to have that happening. And these videos will be coming out, I think, a little bit after that point. We'll see how far it gets. But some good legislative and judicial things have been passed, and I'm super happy about that. But I guess let's talk about me. Uh, Weirdly talking about me when it's just the me thing. I also thought about doing a podcast. That's the funny part. I would love to do a singular podcast if it's just by myself or solo podcast. But I even love to do it with a few friends, have some people come on. I've had some ideas. I don't want to say the names because I don't want people to take the names away from me. But for now, I have some really cool ideas coming out. Also, I wanted to say, if you are a person who genuinely likes my drum covers, if you genuinely like me as a person and what I do for videos, please keep requesting. Please keep bringing things out. I genuinely love getting people, interactive. It's not just, as Jacksepticeye likes to say all the time, it's not my channel, it's our channel. Yes, there will be a point that I say, hey, I'm not going to do that because I don't feel like that's my style, or I don't want to do it because, I'm not feeling it or something. It's not what the channel I think would go to. But in the long run, hopefully at some point, you guys get to pick what really happens on my channel. So I guess I'll go into a little bit of what this channel is, since this is one of my beginning videos as I'm getting back into YouTube. I have done YouTube for a bit. Genuinely, I know from the looks of my channel and the looks of my subscribers, probably when this video first comes out, people will go, well, what's he talking about? He doesn't know what he's talking about. I actually have been YouTubing weirdly since 2007. I kept stopping because my friends would make fun of me. I was getting embarrassed by people. And I know this day and age, I would have made something of myself a lot more if I would have kept YouTube going up. But genuinely, I'm at the point now where I'm like, this is my life. This is what I love. I love producing content. I love helping people. And I want these videos to genuinely be for people and to help people. So that's why and only do video games, like having fun and doing that, and to relieve some stress for some people. I also love getting to play drum covers and getting to do full band covers and acapella covers. And I really want to start getting back into my fitness videos and you guys getting to see like how I transform. You'll see a huge transformation in the next like less than a year now. And also, with everything else, I want to keep adding on some new things. Like, I want to teach people how to read music or how to play certain instruments or how to play certain rudiments or styles or theory. And then on top of that, getting that podcast done and getting that really done would be amazing with everything going on in the world. I I know you can't say you're humble. I know you can't say that you're humble while being humble, but I genuinely feel like I'm one of those people that I'm humble, I'm empathetic, and I try and be as chill and nice dude as I can. So I really want this channel to be as big as I can. I really want to help people as much as I can and have fun with it. One thing that I actually, if you are loving these video games, let's start talking about more video games. So in the next couple months, especially after June, you will see. This is a little spoiler for people who are seeing into my channel, actually watching a lot of my videos. I will be doing more Animal Crossing videos. I will be doing some. I will be starting my Pokemon Shield series. So if you're super excited about that and you want me to talk more on that topic, I've been playing Pokemon since the first game. I have not stopped playing Pokemon. I did skip Sun and Moon, and I did skip another one. I forget what it's called, like Silver and Black or something, or White and Black. But those are the two games out of the entire franchise I've missed. I've played Pokemon Red, I've played Pokemon Yellow, I've played Pokemon Green and Blue, I've played Pokemon Sapphire and Ruby. I had Ruby at one point too. I've played Pokemon Green and Red, the updated versions. I've played the DS versions, and I'm thankfully now getting to play the Pokemon Shield. It's crazy in this day and age that people can still play Pokemon all these years later. I believe Pokemon was a anime that came out after I was born, so it's not an anime that was like before my time, and then I got into it. Some animes, just putting that out there, that I grew up and that when I was young they came out to the United States. And if you did not know, yes, I'm from the United States. I'm from the East Coast. Naruto came out when I was younger. Bleach came out when I was younger. One Piece came out when I was younger, and not much younger. I would say I was in my teens to late teens, so I was a little bit older for the anime. Naruto did come out when I was younger, though. That was the one where all like Kagabushin no Jutsu, stuff like that. So it's kind of funny that this generation now is really into the Naruto and the Boruto. That's actually something I've been doing a lot lately. I've actually been getting back into anime, which is kind of funny at the same time. I started watching Boruto and like getting to see how it kind of relates back to Naruto and all that types of stuff. It's really interesting. Um, I know I kept going on my train of thought, but I wanted to go back to something really fast. I couldn't remember. Oh, the other anime that I loved and I actually used to do, for those OGs who had my biggest YouTube. I think I had like 100 something subscribers on my biggest YouTube at one point. Because this is a newer YouTube, unfortunately. I had like Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super reviews. I had like anime reviews. I had video games and drums and like a whole bunch of stuff. Like I didn't stop when I don't stop even now, but like I feel like I'm just getting my feet back in so that I can really start posting as much as I want and whatever I want at a certain point. Um but yeah, I love anime. I actually have been watching YouTube videos. I genuinely have been watching YouTube videos since YouTube even started. I would say 2006, 2007. Starting out with Shane Dawson and all the fitness people like Nick. Can't speak. I'm not. By the way, this is not edited. So if I say anything wrong or something, I'm just gonna put it in because at this point I don't really care what I say. It's my opinion. It's what I say. It's my channel. Cool. You get it. Whatever. um. It's also going to be interesting seeing me talk, but not the right words that are coming out of my mouth when I'm talking about all this stuff, which is going to be really funny. But I lost my train of thought. Can't even remember. I was going to say that things that are happening, I don't care. Anime. Yeah, I'll just go on to a new topic. Fitness and stuff like that. One of the main reasons I actually got into YouTube, and I'll be doing a ton of videos of like how I got into fitness, how I got into this, how I started drumming, like when people eventually ask questions and Q&As and stuff. I love seeing that on YouTube, and I love, the community kind of aspect it brings. And I'm all for people asking a trillion questions. I've done a lot in my life, not to be cocky, but I've done a lot in my life, and I feel like I'm just getting started with a lot of the stuff that I'm doing. So I started off, if you want to know what YouTube videos I follow or YouTubers that I follow, so you can know where I kind of get my inspiration from and stuff like that. I started out on YouTube watching, I believe Shane Dawson might have been if not the first YouTuber I was watching back in the day. I've watched him, even now I still watch him. I love all the stuff he's done. He's changed a lot in a good way, but the stuff has changed a lot from when he started, and people don't even remember half the stuff he's done, which is interesting. And so many people are getting on the scene now. Then I started one of my bands in 7th grade. So I was getting into drum videos. I wanted to do drum covers. That was like my beginning YouTube channel. Like I really wanted to do drums. Like I really wanted to play drums and record them and stuff like that. And if I can at some point, I'll do a video. If people ask for old YouTube videos, I'll pull up the old videos that like no one's ever seen before because they've been deleted even before they were, posted and stuff like that from years and years ago. It's so funny how far I've kind of come, even though I don't have the quote unquote praise. And you know how people say you do enough, but you don't have the praise for it. I hope to, squash that and really show how far we can get together for YouTube and stuff like that, because I genuinely love the platform and I love what people do. And I want to be better. And this is something that I genuinely enjoy in my life. And I want my passion to be my work, essentially. But yeah, YouTube has been around for a long time. For fitness people, I watch Nick Wright, I watch Christian Guzman. Number one is always Dana Lynn Bailey and Rob Bailey, or Kill Rob Bailey as he goes on YouTube now. I follow Max Tuning. I follow a whole bunch of those YouTubers. And then for drums and music are kind of all over the place now. Like I would say that I watch more of like band stuff now. Like I watch Holocene, I watch The Do, I watch like a lot of like big time YouTubers now. But back in the day, I was watching like Casey Cooper's still a bigger YouTuber, but like I was watching like Chaser Drums. If anybody knows what Chaser Drums is, I would be ecstatic. Like that's something that an original YouTuber would know. So watching a lot of metal videos, like not just like the material, I mean like the crazy heavy metal stuff back in the day. And I really shaped who I am today. Like if you look at me as a person, I genuinely am a person. I'm covered in tattoos. I have gauges, and I'm getting my piercings back that I had before. So like I'm not, stopping. And a lot of people, I can get onto that topic a little bit, but a lot of people get into this topic of, oh, well, you're a performer and an actor and you shouldn't have blah, blah, blah. The greatest quote, if anybody's listening to this and they need advice about, I want to do something that's actually my life and actually is a part of me, like tattoos or body modifications or, coming out as who you truly are. One of the greatest quotes I ever heard from my professor at college was, they don't hire you for you. I almost messed that up. They don't hire you for your tattoos or your appearance. They hire you because they want you. So basically he said after that, because I was like, I'm a little confused on what you mean. He said, you can go in and have all these tattoos, but if you're right for the part, they'll deal with your tattoos. They'll deal with everything that you do. Now, I will not lie. I've had a few actor friends who are getting started, or I've had a few people who are actually at the same level or above me who say and ask like, man, I really want a tattoo, and you're a performer that does a lot of performance stuff outside of acting, that like, do you see a lot of stuff that people are like, man, we don't want you to have tattoos for this. We want you to cover up. It matters the person and it matters the show. Like I could get away for a full like anything before 1980s or I would even say 1960s. I can get away with having long sleeves, because guys didn't really take off their shirts or wear short sleeves unless they were going to the golf course or swimming or something like crazy quote unquote. I know that's not the word I should use, but I know crazy going to the pool. Or like shorts weren't worn a lot unless it was like a summer show or something. And then on top of that, I love doing Shakespeare. I haven't done Shakespeare in a little bit just because of my schedule and stuff, and not many people are doing Shakespeare that I could audition for at this point. But like Shakespeare, I can just tell my costume director like, I have tattoos, and usually they're okay with having tattoos. I'm not going to say for everybody they are, but like most of the time I've seen people like do Shakespeare shows and they make it more punk rock. I would love to make a punk rock, like metal Shakespeare show. That's where I'm kind of at. I also have been thinking lately about doing a lot of like, I also am, there's a million titles I have, whether it be an actor, a musician, a director, a composer, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, a mascot, a ton of other titles. But I have been thinking I want to write a musical, and my two ideas are kind of either one story on my past or doing, actually I have 3 ideas. One, story of my past. One, starting from scratch and just making a metal show. Like, I know they already have metal and rock shows, but I want to make something like truly metal, or even screamo, if that can get, pushed for people. And I want to make a show that I know nothing about. Like, I really want to be challenged. Like, even though it's my first show is kind of writing stuff, I did at college take device theater. I did take script analysis. So anybody who has a problem with me can, see my fingers right now. I'm not going to explain that for now, but it's just like I've had, whether people believe I had enough training or not, I genuinely feel like at this point I've pushed myself, and I really wanted to make sure that I am who I am and people know what I do and stuff. Like, I was hired before Corona happened. If you want to know where we are in the timeline, in the future. No, but I was hired as a composer for a show, and then Corona kind of just messed it all up. And I'm like, okay, great. Like, I guess I'm just music directing for a couple shows. There's actually been a few things I was supposed to music direct for, and they got canceled. And I was like, well, that's great, because that's something that I need to do while this was all going on. A few things haven't been canceled, and I still have things that I can do while I'm waiting. I am music directing one show right now, and then another show in the spring. So it's not totally bad. It's not like I'm bored out of my mind. I do have to prepare some music. I do have to get better with a few things. This summer was the year of, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I can lightly talk about it right now because I'm running out of time. I'm actually close. I didn't even notice I was running out of time. It's close to almost 3 minutes right now. And maybe some people are like, get back to the game. I want to hear the game talk. Which I totally could have just took somebody else's scenes and just played the scenes in the background, but I think you guys would. I think people would genuinely like this more if I talked more, because it takes you more personal. But this summer is the summer of me working and getting better on my music theory again. And not that I'm not great at music theory. Like, I could tell you a chord, I could tell you structures, and like, what's a minor third versus a minor sixth and suspended stuff. And, I could talk about that all day, but like, I want to get better at my sight reading. I guess that's the real term I want to say. I want to get better at my sight reading skills again, because I don't know what happened, but teaching helped. But I would say even before teaching, so like 2019, I would say from like 2017 to 2019, for like 2 years straight, I just lost all my sight reading ability. Like, and even on top of that, rhythms. Like, I'm okay at reading right now. Like, I can read a line and sing it if I've heard the song before, or play it a little bit if I've heard the song before. But something completely new, it's almost like I'm like a student again, or like a toddler. I'm like, dun, 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 dun. And I wonder if I was in the right. No, I'm probably not. Twinkle. Actually, I think I was on C. I'm pretty close. That's another thing too that I actually wanted to talk about, is I hit my keyboard on the computer. My piano keyboard, not my keys keyboard. But it's really funny that people confuse relative pitch for perfect pitch. And I guess I'll just put this out there really fast. I'm not going to get into the whole theory of it, because I know people are going to be like, well, actually, Jimmy. And it's like, no, trust me, I know this really well. A lot of people think I have perfect pitch. I actually do not have perfect pitch, because a lot of people go, okay, Jimmy, sing me a G. And here, are you ready for the musicians right now? A G is on. That's a G. And an F would be, and I'm not even doing it, like, I'm not just thinking of it like a whole step down. I'm actually hearing the song in my head. Me. That's an F. Well, I might be a little flatter, a little sharper. No one's ever truly perfect with hertz and stuff like that. But perfect pitch is, I would be able to hear somebody play a note and be able to be like, oh, that's a C sharp, or that's an F. And the funny part is, I actually told a new friend, a story about this. I was at a party once, and my friend was actually joking around with people we didn't know. Well, I didn't know. He kind of knew them because it was his party. And he said, Jimmy, he like tapped I'll try and make a loud noise. He tapped a chair like this. If you guys can even hear that. It was like bing, or whatever note it was. And he's like, oh, what note is that, Jimmy? Just to show like kind of how like into music I am. I went, oh, it sounds like an F sharp. And I was kind of joking, but kind of serious. Like, oh, it actually does sound like an F sharp. I took out my piano app and played an F sharp, and it was perfect. like automatically perfect. I've never been that good with like perfect pitch, but I have more relative pitch. That means that you can like hear a song or hear a song in your past and you can sing the exact key. Like the key of trying to think of a popular song that everybody would know listening to this video. And my timer's about to go off in 10 seconds, so I'm going to turn it off. Like the perfect song that everybody knows the key for would be like somebody wants that. Like that's the actual key for the song. I can hear it in my head. That's another thing too. A lot of people have been coming out lately saying like, I guess the meme's past at this point, but a lot of people came out and said like, do you hear the voice in your head too? Do you hear the songs in your head? And some people genuinely don't hear stuff in their head. And I almost thought I was crazy for a second, because I was like, I not only can hear myself talking, I can hear other people talking, I can hear songs in my head, and I can picture images in my head. Like, and some people can't do that. I'm like, I've been going through my whole life so blessed with this. Like, I guess that's why I can do a lot of stuff and not be so worried about it, you know? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end it here for now. I actually have to make another audio clip because all these video clips are going to be shortened, unfortunately, but we'll see from there, because I really do, with all this quarantining and, you know, fixing schedules and trying to get Zoom meetings done and the protests and stuff like that, it really did take me out. And I didn't want to post when protests were going on because I felt like I was taking away from the important stuff. So thank you guys for bearing with these shorter videos. I know most of my Final Fantasy videos are an hour, but for now, I think they're going to be anywhere from 17 minutes to 12 minutes. So thank you guys so much for bearing with me, and I'll see you guys in the next one as always. Peace.